Um, things are looking great. Things are not really looking great for Chelsea right now. And in case you're wondering, Ziyech has been inducted. So look, I wanna start with this, man. These were the good days. You see, when this happened, I thought that Chelsea had reached a turning point. I was like, okay, all right, we've suffered, been through the trenches with that tyrant known as Lampadisco. So I thought, Tuchel has come in and has revised us and has given Chelsea a winning gene, a winning mentality, a winning psycho, a winning psycho. So this was part of new. So I was like, no. This is different. This is different. So when guys were saying CCL win, CCL, all that kind of stuff, I was like, keep saying CCL. I don't matter. Nobody can take this away from me. Nobody can ever take this away from me. Can't do it. No way. No chance. In the immortal words of Vince Jeremiah McMahon, no chance. No chance in hell. So I thought, from here, Chelsea would kick on. So the season, I was super excited. Got Lukaku coming in, new season, new flow, very good squad. I was like, no, Chelsea can do something. Chelsea can do something. And just like life can come at you very fast. Very fast indeed. Very fast indeed. Thomas Tuchel. You see, Tuchel, you have to realize where you're at. And you have to realize that you are only as good as your last previous game. Now, a UCL win gives you a grace period, for sure. For sure, you are given a grace period when you take home that UCL. But as much of a grace period as you can receive, as much as you can receive and get that grace period, you have to also accept. See, this is what you have to accept. You have to also accept how the team now plays. Subsequently, after you win that UCL win, Chelsea are playing like utter trash. They're playing badly. There's a lack of understanding. There is no chemistry. There is no technique. There is no personality. There's no personality. And that has to be one of the biggest kind of attacks you can have of Chelsea right now, because of many of you have a football team. It is very important that you have a personality. So you're not, whatever the case may be, we're 1-0 down. It's 1-1. Difficult game, trying to hold on to a lead. We have a personality to go to. We have an ideal to go to. We have an ethos to go towards. I don't know what the ethos is for Chelsea. It seems as if they're just going through the motions. That they're just trying to sort of just figure it out, play the ball, and just do something. And when that happens, you can say the individuals, the players, you're not really doing what I'm doing. I'm giving them these instructions, they're not listening to these instructions. So you can say these things. But the buck stops with the dude. The buck stops with the dude. Because for Tuchel, everything begins on the training ground. That's where everything begins. I've said all I've said about Pep and so forth and everything. But one thing I'll say about Pep is that the guy coaches and the guy works hard in we are going to drill down what we're about. What we're about, our personality, we're going to work on it ad infinitum on the training ground, because that's what they say. The game is won on the training ground. Only sometimes the game can be won during the match, but most games are won on the training ground because we are so prepared for this game. Our strategy has so been refined and worked on the training ground that once we hit the pitch, boom, we know each other like the back of our hand. For me, I don't recognize this team. We were doing this stream. I have two Chelsea fans who are now PSG fans now. I have two Chelsea fans who are now they're now PSG fans now because they're like we don't really recognize what the hell is happening here. We don't. It's real. It's real. So I say to myself now, I say, you know what? What can be done to relieve this situation? Because there's another image I need to bring up, and the next image is a very hurtful image. But let me just deal with Tuchel now. Is Tuchel has to realize, okay, look, it's only a few games. This isn't the end of the world. It's not like as if we're in January and you're in the relegation zone or you're mid-table. It's not like as if, oh my gosh, you are bottom of the Champions League group or you're about to go out in the second of the Champions League. So this is boom. But my thing is, the earlier you identify the issue, the better chance you have of alleviating the issue and the problem. So identify it quickly and stamp it out. So for Tuchel, it is very important that you get to the training ground and bring the guys together and be like, guys, we have to create a synergy, an understanding. We have to be better on the ball. We have to be much more inventive on the ball. We have to form an understanding with those guys that are around us because right now there is no understanding. There is no connectivity. Things are not flowing. Things aren't flowing well. Now, of course, Mount is very important to this team with what he contributes, and we know that Kante is the freaking team. Kante is the team. So if Kante doesn't work, the team collapses. And that's the funny thing here, because look at that Juve game. You look at that freaking Juve game. Of course, Mount could have been useful in terms of, bro, Mount is going to take shots on target. And Mount is going to sort of make things happen in that final third, which Havertz and Ziyech couldn't do. Kante is this team. Without Kante, Chelsea don't win that Champions League. Right? Chelsea don't win that Champions League right now. So I understand the abuse that Chelsea are receiving a lot of abuse from a lot of hate right now. I hear it, terrorist football, horrible football, anti-football. I get it. And for me, it's very hard for me to respond. So of course I'm going to respond like blah, blah. But it's hard for me to respond to Tuchel when a lot of the stuff that the guys are saying ain't wrong. Some of them is over the line, but some of the stuff that guys are saying isn't wrong. So this is a hurtful image I want to bring up here. So it's a hurtful image. That's Ziyech, guys. Hakim Ziyech. It's been a failure. It's been a failure. It's painful to admit, but you know what? This in life is that sometimes the best things in life are the hardest things in life. Sometimes, the best things to do are the hardest things to do. And for somebody who I was so behind on my post, yes, because I knew how the guy played, I was like, stop kidding yourself. He's had way too many games. Way too many games. And I was even speaking to Ford now. Ford was like, how are these guys who have all these multi-millions being given so many opportunities, and these younger guys don't even have half the opportunities they have? Look how many opportunities do you get to Werner and then compared to Tammy. Ziyech, Havertz, I mean, should Ziyech really be getting the opportunities that should be given to either Hudson or Odoi or Loftus-Cheek, who I believe Loftus-Cheek and Hudson or Odoi would do a better job than him? See, for Tuchel, you have to take tough decisions. And which is what sort of the issue I've had with Tuchel was like, he sort of has a bit too much faith and too much loyalty with regards to, which is why you always love Mourinho. Like, hate Mourinho when Mourinho will act instantly. It's not working, boom, I don't care. This is what I'm going to do. It's not the end of the world and so forth. Things can still improve, but it's not good. The football is not good. And I think that it's a long season, it's a marathon. Things can definitely change. But I always fear the worst. Always fear the worst rather than, oh, it's going to be fine, it's going to be fine, it's going to be fine. So, and for Tuchel, you have two things. Well, three things. First thing, you have to be harsh. If you're not playing well, get the hell out. That's the first thing. Second thing, go out to the training ground and recreate and forge a chemistry and better understanding throughout the entire team, because the understanding is there and gets individuals to be far braver. And the third thing you have to do is you have to give this team a personality. Every winning team has a personality. Specifically, if you want to now retain a UCL title or win a Premier League, you must have a full-on, strong go-to personality, because without it, you're just freaking hoping, man. Have a freaking personality, please. Become a Patreon member. Get access to exclusive videos and also get access to the podcast on the Saturday and the Sunday